Okay, we'll try to cut more beans today. Obviously, since you've left, my truck is still sitting full. This is Friday. For anybody keeping track. They're gonna start taking beans again tomorrow at 8. So I can get that unloaded, and I'm hoping, come on, I'm hoping to have Dad's truck loaded tonight. We'll see. We had a really heavy dew this morning. It was very heavily clouded all morning. We didn't finally get sun until probably close to 2 o'clock, 1:30, 2 o'clock, somewhere in there. And it was like you flipped a switch. You went from clouds and you could see the front come through, and it was clouds, blue sky. There was no like partly cloudy in between. It was like bam, bam. And then sun came out and it got breezy. But when the clouds were out, there were some spotty, like misty, quick showers. Nothing more than like a couple minutes at a time. So, but they were spotty. There are guys cutting right now, and they're rolling a lot of dust. So Shelly helped me get the combine moved to the next field. I blew it off, brought it home, fueled it up, greased it, cleaned the windows. It's all ready to go. So I got my moisture tester. We're gonna go run around, and if the outside's dry enough to cut, that means the inside's dry enough to cut. If the outside's wet, we'll give her a day and we'll go at it tomorrow. But let's head on over and see what we can do. Okay, don't mind this little cocklebur patch. This is a spot I already came over and mowed most of it out with a brush hog. There's a couple woodchucks, actually probably more than a couple, but I know there's at least a couple woodchucks living under these buildings here, and probably under that trailer and God knows where else. And they ate off basically in a triangle in this whole corner. And without the bean shading them out, the cocklebur kind of took over. So anyhow, let's have at it and see what we can make happen here. And there, we'll put you, it's a little different spot. Okay, I ended up making 2 rounds, so just to get a little bit more in the hopper. So let's see what we got. I don't know, we'll see here. I'm betting they're up in that 14 range. $13.8. That's off the outside rounds. I think we're gonna go ahead and send it. Alright, I didn't quite get the truck loaded. It's probably a little over half. But sun went down behind them trees and it was instant. They got tough. You could hear the change in the tone of the combine when it was going into the cylinder, so she was grunting pretty good. But we got a pretty decent start on it. It's all opened up. I got 4 passes down the center on my angle cut, so shouldn't take long to top the truck off. Now the hard part's done, because the worst part's always opening the field up. Not a bad little pile. One more hopper is gonna probably make a load out of it. So it's the worst part about getting off at 4 o'clock now. Kind of sucks a little bit. I mean, I've had worse. It's still better than working 3rd shift at Bayer and trying to do this crap. That was the worst. But between getting off at 4 o'clock and then took an hour and a half to move the combine. By the time you go get it from the other field, blow it off, take it home, put fuel in it, service it real quick, bring it back here, have Shelly take me back. All right, took Shelly home because she didn't need to be here anymore. Came back, got the grain truck in, and by the time you done that, you burn up half your night. Just get off at 4, you only got 3.5 hours of daylight now, so. But it is what it is. We can sit here and complain about it all night and it ain't gonna change nothing. So tomorrow morning we'll haul that one load I got into the elevator so we can get a yield off of that field. Then I gotta go up and get my bag of wheat that I'm waiting on, and then hopefully by that time the dews burn off enough to come back out and start running, and we'll top that truck off and yada yada yada. But you'll see all that here later in the video, so we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Okay. I'm still working out a little bit of bean dust this morning. It's a little after 8 o'clock. Elevator's been open for a few minutes, but I wasn't gonna be down there right away. It wasn't that much of a hurry. So we're gonna get this load hauled in. We had an extremely heavy dew last night, but it is breezy and we are gonna be getting full sun once it gets a little higher. So we might be dried off by noon. I'm thinking probably closer to like 1 o'clock, but that's okay because there's plenty to get done this morning in regards to a few other operations. So I want to finish the bean field we started on last night. I want to move, hopefully have time to move down to New Carlisle, get that little 3-acre piece down there taken care of. And I think tomorrow we might switch to wheat, or switch to working on planting wheat, get ground fit and whatnot. That way we're on our way to that, because weather looks like it's going to be perfectly fine for bean cutting and for the foreseeable future. So it's not like I gotta hurry up and get it. It's just we're not into like we were last year, thank God. I don't know why I'm hacking so much. It didn't notice anything all night, and then the minute I stood up this morning, can't be on my lap. That doesn't work. Alright, that field was a little disappointing. It only ran 39.2. But I bet I lost at least probably somewhere between 10 and 15 bushel to woodchucks with what they ate off. So take that into account. But the grain quality was nice. So take what you can get, I guess. 'Tis the year. As long as we had a guy come in tail end of yesterday while I was at work to get some fertilizer, and he was saying that so far he's ran beans that have been running anywhere between 16 and 62, and most of them were toward the lower end. So I hope I don't get anything that's down in the teens. That would just be bad. So anyhow, I gotta go pick up my wheat. I can't do anything without this being a thing. I don't know what it is about the forklift especially, but Teeter will jump on it if it's just sitting there not even running and stand there and wait for you to move it. and Lily will follow you right up the steps when you're getting on it. Six-foot forks are the greatest thing ever. Okay, can I get off now? Well, you gotta get out of my lap. There you go. There you go. Come on. So this is the non-bearded variety I'm trying. So MCIA, whatever that is, but it is certified. This is the only stuff I buy that's not Wyckoff. Carl, the guy that owns this, it's literally like a 1.5 man operation. Carl runs it for the most part by himself, and his dad helps him when he can. So I try to give him some, which he is all like small grains anyhow. He doesn't do like corn and beans and stuff like that, so there's not really any direct competition to Wyckoff anyhow. I mean, Wyckoff does sell wheat seed, but that's not their mainstay. So I try to spread my business out to Carl a little bit because he's a good dude. Finally quit his job at the co-op this year. Co-alliance, now Keystone, whatever you want to call it. Buyouts are getting a little crazy. He quit that, and now he's doing the seed thing and farming full time. So, and Carl actually, he's not just a middleman. His heavy hitters, the stuff he sells the most of, he actually grows it and cleans it and treats it himself. He's just got a lot of money invested in this. He's got a cleaning tower and a gravity table with a seed cleaner and all that fancy. I mean, he's got a pretty slick setup for the size of his operation. So everything you buy from him, or almost everything you buy from him, he grows himself. Now some of the more specialty stuff, he's got connections and he can get it if you need it. But right now his mainstay is kind of wheat and rye and stuff like that. So if there's anybody interested in trying to do some business with him, let me know and I'll get you his contact information. Really good guy to deal with. This stuff was 21 bucks a unit treated, so it's like $840 bag, which is kind of on the cheaper end of things as far as wheat goes. So, but like I say, he kind of a true startup. It's all certified. It's all good quality seed, and he grows it, treats it, cleans it, the whole 9 yards himself. So definitely worth doing business with and seeing an operation like that grow versus giving your money to the corporations that don't really give a shit about you. So anyhow, I'm going to put this down in the barn, and it's been breezy enough. I don't think there's any dew left. There might be a little bit, but yeah, there's a little bit, but I'd say another hour. I wish this crap hadn't shown up. I thought it was supposed to be a nice clear day, but now we're kind of only partially sunny, so that's slowing things down a bit. So I'm gonna put this away. Probably gonna run over and, well, I got the leaf blower with me, blow the combine off so that's ready to go, and then I'm gonna go get lunch. Hopefully by that time we'll be good to start cutting again. All right, it's about 12:30, a little before. Dew's finally gone from the grass, which means it's definitely gone from the beans. Probably could have been going a little sooner, but better safe than sorry. So I am glad I decided to keep cutting last night, because they were testing, you know, mid-13s around the outside. I tested some, I took off the center, 12-1. So hopefully this field runs pretty decent. It gets a little, you get over on that hillside along the far side, they get a little but over here they seem pretty decent, so I guess we'll see. And talking to Carl when I picked up my seed, and I don't feel so bad about my 39 bushels anymore. He said so far their best has only been 46 and their worst has been 31. not full, but there's not enough left here to bother trying to stack it, so we'll run that load in. Get this out of the field because we don't want to run that in the combine. Where the heck did this even come from? There's no trees. It's like that little hunk of stick, log, whatever you want to call it, I picked up in the last video. It was like 60 feet away from the tree. I don't know where, how, I don't know. But it's whatever. And there's finally somebody here trying to mow the lawn, so it'll at least look somewhat decent. Ish. Not really, but you know, it's better. Dad's truck's got something goofy going on with the tack. I don't know why. It just started happening. Well, I noticed it last night. And it only does it when you're in low range. You put it in high range, it's fine. I did change the switch in it last week. I guess it would have been earlier this week. But I didn't change any wiring. Literally, all I did was unplug the switch here, put the new switch on, plug it back into the old harness, and that was the only thing I did. And I don't know why that switch would have anything to do with the tack. There is a little shifter deal inside the speedometer so that it knows whether you're in high range or low range, which that's acting goofy too. But maybe the dash just needs to have somebody go through it. And back to work we go. 279 on that load. Need another 220 to make 50 bushel an acre, and with what's left I just don't see it, so guess we'll find out. somebody else. So far, the first 4 days of harvest this year are way more successful than the first 4 days last year, I can tell you that much. All right, that field, again, kind of wish it would have went a little better, but for the year, I'm going to take it. 45.1 bushel an acre off of 9.9 acres. I shouldn't. Moisture average 12.9, test weight average 56.8. So, again, for the drought, I'm not going to complain one bit. And again, grain qualities, test weight's decent, both load graded #1. So if yields are okay and grain quality's good, that's all you can ask out of it. So Shelly's on her way here. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to have her. She's driven a manual before because her stepdad has a Mustang with a 5-speed in it. So she knows the basics. I'm going to have her follow me in the grain truck. She shouldn't have to worry about shifting the axle or nothing because 3rd gear is a good following speed for the combine. So she should just have to hit 2nd and 3rd and follow me. So we're going to see how this goes, but try to make it all in one trip so that I can do it all in the daylight. Wish us luck. Well, the truck's back there. Shelly's a little flustered. She did really good all the way down here until we got right here to the driveway, and this driveway's at a crest of a hill, and I had to stop to let a car come by, and she was back here on the incline, and there was like 5 cars and a semi stopped behind her, and she was wigging out because she didn't want to roll back into them, and that scared her. So I had to pull it in the driveway, but gotta learn somehow for her first day. She didn't run into the back of me and nothing broke, so. And this is a little bit of a treacherous drive. This is the furthest one that I make as of right now, period, I do believe. Shelly bring the truck back here. Okay, I'm gonna have you back the truck up. Come here, I'll show you where I want it. Right here. You good? I think the 7300 is either going to be in for a new muffler and or a straight pipe, one of the two. I noticed last year it was starting to sound kind of funny, and then yesterday when I was at that last field, or at the field we just left, I was walking past it and I heard the muffler rattling. I think there's a baffle or two finally broke loose in it, which is why it sounds goofy, because it runs fine. I couldn't figure out why the idle sounded off, and then yesterday I finally heard something rattling inside the muffler. It's like, baffle broke out. Which I've already got a pipe, because the 525 burned a muffler out. I think the last year I used it, so for like a week or two while I was waiting for a muffler, I had a straight pipe in it, so I already got a hunk of pipe cut to fit right there in those brackets. So this being a diesel, not really having to worry about spark. It might get a straight pipe, I don't know, because those mufflers are not cheap. I think the last one I bought was a 525, because they're to fit the bracket right. There's only one company that still makes them to that dimension that I found. I got the book at home. I can't remember the name of the company, but I think the last one I bought for the 525 was like almost 300 bucks, which is a little ridiculous for a muffler. Straighten out. There you go. All right, now turn towards the road. Other way. Other way. There you go. Straight. Back a little bit more. That's good. Put it neutral, set the parking brake. Then you're good.
Okay, I put it in.
Did you do it with your foot?
Yeah.
Huh, interesting.
I'm too short.
What is this? Interesting. What? Yeah. Okay. let Shelly have the camera for a while, but you guys have probably already seen that, so. Combine's blown off for the most part. So, I guess we'll see if she can make it home loaded. It's only half loaded, so it's probably not even half loaded. Probably 120 bushel in there. It's only a 3-acre field, so. We'll help her get crawled out of the field here and head for home. Okay, we'll see if she can make it back up here. We came down and she turned and went down to Mom and Dad's instead of coming here, so I told her to bring it up here. We'll see if she can do it. Oh. I think she made the shift. I think I heard it. Come to find out, she cheated on the way down there. That truck's got enough, I mean, it's not a powerhouse, but it's got enough power. It'll just take off in third. So she rode third all the way down there. I was like, that's cheating. Here we gotta. We need to work on dumping the clutch. She's got this bad habit of when she feels the truck start moving, well, truck, tractor, anything, when she feels it start moving, she just lets the clutch off. We'll get her there. So anyhow, I'm gonna put this thing away and call it a night. So that's it for this one. We'll catch you guys on the next one.